Hello again, everyone. This is American Idioms Part 56. This is the 56th video in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 276 to 280. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready once again? Okay, here we go. Number 276. To be full of oneself. And the example is, after Kevin won the spelling bee at school, he's been so full of himself that no one wants to talk to him. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess A, to be conceited, or to think that you are very important in a way that annoys other people? If you did, you are correct. And that's what it means if you are full of yourself. In this case, in our example, Kevin won the spelling bee, so he thought a lot of himself. And he thought of himself so much that he annoyed the other people at school, the other students probably at school. Okay, so if you're so conceited that you love yourself so much, right, it annoys other people. Okay, that's what it means if you're full of yourself. Here's another example. Tim is a great software engineer, but he is so full of himself that it is often hard for him to find work because people hate his personality. All right, we have the same situation here where Tim thinks a lot of himself. He's probably very good at his job as a software engineer, and let's say he loves himself so much that he thinks he's more important than others, and people don't like this, okay? And it's hard for him to find work, all right? Now, for number 277, through thick and thin. And the example is, I have a great wife because she's remained loyal to me through thick and thin. Can you guess the meaning? The correct answer here is C, to persevere through good times as well as bad, and that's what it means through thick and thin. The person in our example here was talking about how he had a great wife because she stayed with him. She remained loyal to him, even though times were good and times were bad, okay? Through thick and thin, as we say. Here's another example. My uncle has supported the New York Mets baseball team through thick and thin. He's a true fan. All right, in this example, they're talking about how this person's uncle remained a loyal fan or a true fan, even though, let's say, the baseball team had good times and bad times, okay? Through thick and thin. And now for number 278, to badger someone. And the example is, my mom kept badgering me about cleaning my room. So last night, I finally did it for her. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess B, to bother someone repeatedly about something? If you did, you're correct. That's what it means if you badger someone. All right? In our example, the person's mom kept bothering this person about cleaning their room. And finally, they did. Okay? She kept badgering them. Here's another example. I bought a new smartphone after my friends kept badgering me to get one. All right, in this case, the person's friends were badgering him or her about getting a new smartphone, right? Maybe he had an old smartphone and they had problems getting a hold of them. So they kept badgering this person. That's what it means to badger someone. All right, now for number 279. Blue in the face. And the example is, you can argue with my son until you're blue in the face, but he will not go outside and get some exercise when he doesn't have school. Instead, he'll play video games all day. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess C, to get no result no matter how hard you try to do something? If you did, you are correct, and that's what it means. Let's say you do something until you're blue in the face. We just use this expression. And this is exactly what's happening in our example, where this person had a son who did not want to go outside like most kids today, and they were arguing with their son about going outside until they were blue in the face. Does the person's face turn blue? Probably not, but it's just the expression that we use, okay? His face probably turned red. All right, here's another example. I reminded Alice about submitting her homework on time until I was blue in the face, but she didn't listen to me. Now her teacher will lower her grade because of it. All right, this person was trying to explain to Alice about submitting her homework on time until they were blue in the face. They kept repeating this, but she didn't listen to them. And now for our final idiom, number 280, to be on an even keel. And the example is, after a really poor first quarter, our company is now on an even keel in the second quarter. Can you guess the meaning? The correct answer here is A, to be in a balanced condition. And that's what it means if you're on an even keel. All right. In our example, they're talking about how this company was facing a very poor first quarter, probably in their earnings. And then in the second quarter, things went back to, let's say, normal, when things were on an even keel, meaning it was a balanced. Maybe they were making a profit, okay? But things were back to the way they were supposed to be, on an even keel, as we say. Here's another example. Now that the strike is over at work, things are finally back on an even keel and everyone seems very relieved. Okay, in this example, they're talking about how maybe things were really bad when they had the strike at work. So many people were probably upset. So things were not on an even keel. But when the strike was over, everyone seemed relieved. Okay, so things were back to normal, or they're back on an even keel. They were balanced, as we say. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, everyone. And please like and share the video to support the channel. And remember what I always say, keep practicing! See you next time.